Today we will be continuing on with the Fontaine quest. This is just a continuation of the last video because I swear to God, if I don't figure out how this actually happened before they tell me, I'm gonna lose my mind. But I don't know. I want to figure it out before they tell me. I'm gonna hope we have time before the trial. And that the trial is just not immediately the next day. Because again, we still have evidence that we don't have yet, so I'm assuming we get to do a little more investigating. Every theory that I have just makes Lenny look more fucking guilty. Shit, no, like you're throwing me in. Fuck, but I didn't find anything else. Did I miss something? Fuck, I shouldn't have fast forwarded. It's too late, isn't it? Oh no! Damn it! What are the last two pieces of evidence then? I hate that. I hate that it didn't... How was I supposed to know that I wouldn't be able to get the evidence? I don't like that. That sucks. Damn it. Fine, whatever. Fuck. Let's see if I can figure this out.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing.
I do have some thoughts, but none of them are good. I do have some thoughts, but let's take things step by step.
Good plan.
Oh, is this when we...
We'll get to the truth one way or another.
I want to fill out my notebook.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands.
Yep. Totally think they're innocent.
Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Yeah?
Thanks, Navia. Well, we'll be going then.
Best of luck to you.
Oh, okay, so do we... Okay, so we're not doing the trial right away, right? Then are we... I'm so confused. What about the other evidence that I missed? Dude, I'm so mad.
Finally, you're back. Well, how did your investigation go?
My gut tells me you're actually
You
guilty.
may be disappointed.
But, yeah.
No, we're...
What the fuck were the other things? I'm missing 3 things, and that makes me so unbelievably angry. Oh my gosh, that genuinely makes me so mad. Okay, this is fine. Tunnel. So there was more in the tunnel that I didn't see? But I went through it! I went through it thoroughly, too! I'm just gonna hope that Genshin and Hoyo didn't totally just screw me over and not let me look for everything. And that I just couldn't have possibly gotten the evidence yet. Because I was thorough. The talking thing, alright, fine. Like, oh wait, no, that's not what I meant. Oh, never mind then. I don't know, I'm so mad.
Already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
Can I fucking help you?
That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence.
You're some fucking god of justice if you've already made assumptions and conclusions and you're already saying who's guilty without a trial. That's not very justicey, is it?
But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Just you wait.
Since both parties are present,
Hi.
I declare that the trial regarding the magic
Dude,
show
you have a
incident
voice.
is now in session. Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and
Are
results
they gonna
of the
do this
incident,
shit like Tears of
could we
Themis?
please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Lenny clearly reveals the details of the magic trick. Everyone in the audience is stunned.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct, Your Honor.
There's literally nothing in my mind that's telling me he's not guilty, but...
Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Lenny is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly
that's the
in
point.
that tunnel at all.
Is the fact that he...
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Yeah!
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
What is she getting at?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey,
Lenny, you dumb bitch.
something's not right here.
He didn't know that there was a thud. Lenny, you're so fucking guilty! Fuck. How could Lenny not know about the sound? I'm gonna flip a fucking table! He's guilty!
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
So where in the
I was
fuck
right by the
was
box,
he?
and I definitely heard the thud.
Oh,
Look at those scales.
dumb Lenny, you dumb bitch. Probably represent the oratrice's stance on the trial.
Well then,
Okay.
ladies
We still
and
have to think that he's
allow
not
me to
guilty,
use
so
the
maybe I'm
words of the
wrong.
magician himself. You never know what can happen
Yeah.
in the blink of an eye.
No, I heard that. I even said it sounded like a fucking threat.
His alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye.
Okay, shut up. Sorry, hit my mic.
Of course,
Shut up.
I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Heart?
Fuck, was I right? Was I...
House of the Heart?
Was my gut... I was wrong! I fucking knew it! I'm getting too excited. This is the part where I start doubting myself, and maybe I am wrong. You know, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. But I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I fucking knew it. I knew you were Fatui. Oh, don't look at me like that.
No wonder they did something like this.
Okay, don't
So the serial disappearance
say
is
that.
what Fatui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
That's forgot about that. Gotta figure out the whole
That's
Colwell thing.
irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Fucking knew it. Fucking knew you're Fatui.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute.
How did you not hear the thud? That's the part.
Your first
Putting the
priority
Fatui
is
part
to prove
aside.
yourself innocent after all.
How did you not hear the
I'm
thud?
sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
Even Lumine starting to doubt them.
The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my.
Oh, shut the
they
fuck
look
up.
Flabbergasted. Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. This was almost too easy.
Dude, I want to be wrong
All
just
those
to piss you off.
preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Preparation? What preparations?
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Yeah, that would have been great to know. That would have been great. You should have told me everything.
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to re-establish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
There's no doubt about a magician's ability to con others. Given how Lenny has concealed his identity, this could have all been set up beforehand. I'm fucking saying that... Okay, I'm putting it out on the table. Even though I keep backpedaling just because I'm afraid of being wrong and I just look dumb. Here's putting it out on the table. I think they're guilty. Like, genuinely, I do think they're guilty. Like, I do think that they're guilty. The thing that immediately made me suspicious of them is fucking Nouvelette guy, Nervalette, whatever the hell his name is right. He's a magician. His ability is to con other people. That is his job. You know, misdirection. That's his whole thing. And that is an immediate suspicion, because that is a trait, and that is not a good trait to have in a situation like this. So there was that, and then the disappearing act is the thing that really set me off, because her clothes were left behind, and the clothes were in the fucking tunnel. That's weird. So, and then now we have the grappling hook, which could also be a fishing hook now that we think about it, which could also be the brothers, because he's a diver. And that could be the third person. Oh my god. I'm trying not to, like, my brain is like, this is right, you know? But again, there's also the part of me that is afraid of being wrong, because I could be wrong. And then there's the fucking part of me that's like, the part that's making me feel like, oh, like, what if I'm wrong, is because this feels so obvious. Does that make sense? This feels so obvious, it almost feels like a red herring. Okay, my thoughts are done. Plus, Child is here. That's what I said! I was like, we have to take note that Child is in Fontaine. That means the Fatui are here. Plus, Child is here in Fontaine along with other house operatives. There must have been some scheme at work here. I've been a victim of such schemes before, and now. He looks genuinely sad.
My question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
It sounds like he sounds sincere, like when he said he was sorry to me.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
Okay, shut the fuck up.
What should we do now?
Permission to speak, Your Honor?
Granted.
My client has withheld some key information. My defense cannot proceed.
In that case, what is your request?
I request a brief adjournment. There are things that must be discussed.
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
Shut up! I mean, you're right, but shut up. Why is your hair so pretty?
What is there
You're an
left to
NPC.
discuss?
Order! Order, I say!
Can you
Your
all shut
request
up?
is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even
Apparently.
after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Can you shut the fuck up for 1 second? Lenny, I need you, while the court is adjourned, you meet with Lenny and Lynette backstage in the Opera House. Lenny, I need you to tell me something that is going to make me think you're not guilty, because right now I think you are.
This is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up.
You're a fucking idiot.
I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
So tell me the truth.
Yeah, sorry. Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two.
Never trusted him for a second.
We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but Paimon's really
I'm fucking livid.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but
regardless
please,
if he did the crime or not, I'm so glad I'm right. Knew he was
several
Fatui.
times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset.
Yeah?
But our organization
I have
is
one
very,
friend in the
very
Fatui. That's
large,
it.
and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
Oh, I know.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face.
Shut up. I don't care about you thinking you're trying to make me sympathize for you. Tell me the truth.
Become good friends.
Stop. This is the manipulation thing.
That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but
you
chose
did.
to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to.
Regardless, putting the Fatui part aside and saying that you hid it from me and technically you didn't lie, you still lied to me when you said that you were in the tunnel. Because clearly you were not. Look, you're trying to make me sympathize for you, and right now, that's not what needs to happen. You can make me sympathize for you after you tell me something that proves that you are not guilty. But how can we know... Oops, sorry. But how can we know this isn't all just another lie?
Right. So, you be the judge.
Yes.
Heck, if I were you, I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point.
I don't trust you. There's no struggle.
You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too.
Did I?
But still, I'm asking you to trust me.
Oh, you.
I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Yes, thank you. Where did you actually go while the trick was being performed? Make me sympathize for you later.
Your answer first, and no lies.
Tell me the
now.
truth first.
Of course. I'll answer any question you ask. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately? During our investigations, we learned that the machine's core is beneath it. From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Because you wanted to see how it works?
That why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box. So, after jumping into the tunnel,
that answers why my question was why you needed so long.
And went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Okay. We're just gonna put aside the concern that the Fatui are trying to figure out how something of great importance works in a nation. You know, that's concerning. We'll put that concern aside for now. And what did you find?
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice.
Wait, what were they saying?
Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back,
smart.
I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought.
Okay.
After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Okay. I think one of the reasons why I didn't quite believe him before was also because it just sounded so fabricated and perfect. This sounds a little more real, so I'm a little more inclined to believe that maybe he didn't do it. Why are you trying to figure out how the machine works? Yeah, that I didn't even read the question. Why are you trying to figure out how the machine works is one question. And sorry, I'm thinking thoughts. another one of those thoughts that I don't have any theory or, like, evidence for. When the people go missing, do you think that they're being, like, consumed by the machine, and that's why they the machine makes accurate judgments? It's because they're people? That doesn't make it does that make sense? Possibly sus file? Or that's just a theory. That's a theory with no evidence, so we're just gonna put that thought aside for now. But why do you want to understand how the Oratrice operates?
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
But what does that have to do with the prophecy?
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of mistrust either.
That still leaves the question as why.
But like I said earlier, you can be the judge.
If you want to leave because
you don't trust the Fatui,
was in the box.
There's nothing I can do to stop you.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay. I'm more inclined to believe that maybe he didn't do it. I still don't entirely trust him, or I'm in the middle. I'm in the part where I should have been in the very beginning, to where, like, he could have done it, he could have not have done it, but I'm more inclined to believe that maybe he didn't. Because this sounds like the truth. And no, that's not me backpedaling. That's my genuine thoughts. Alright. None of this explains why Cowell was in the box. What does he have to do with all of this? I wish we could ask him if anyone else in the troop was Fatui, because if he was Fatui, then I would be a little more suspicious of him. I believe in the facts. I will defend you from these charges. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should. Yeah. That is, yeah. I believe that judgment will be dispensed as it should.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the
next time tell me the shit from the beginning. Yeah.
If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense.
Actually, we already have key evidence we need.
Huh?
We do? The adjournment's almost over. Let's go back. Traveler, did you figure something out before I did? That's not fair.
That's what you mean?
Okay, Lenny's statement. Lenny claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrice core upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place, and thus did not hear the thud. I believe that. The voice. Was that like the same voice? I'm curious about this. Lenny claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that houses the Oratrice core within the Opera House's underground structures. I wish he would have told me what it said. Oh, wait, that's evidence. That's evidence. Thank God. So this isn't gonna be empty. Or so I got mad over nothing, right?
Could it be him?
Yes. Shut up.
Paimon hopes he's telling the truth.
This, I believe, is the truth. I wouldn't be surprised if he kept more things from me, but we're gonna put that as trust issues and put that aside for now, because there's no evidence against that.
Doesn't seem likely that anyone could have been there.
Yeah. We're still missing one thing, which is suspicious. Alright. I'm trying to figure this out. The brief adjournment ends and the nail-biting trial reconvenes.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial.
Yeah.
When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
Great, I have to listen to this bitch talk more.
That took long enough. Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention...
Yeah, because you clearly crave it.
Let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Objection! Sorry. Oh, you want me to do things. Please, I was actually so invested in them just arguing. I don't want to do a mini game. Fuck. Fine. Based on the opposition's account of events, you can identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence so you're just Tears of Themising this shit, which is fine. But I wish you would have at least just done it like Tears of Themis if you were gonna go for that route. Yeah, sure, whatever. I would have much rather have just listened to them argue.
He entered the tunnel.
Okay.
When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box
Jeez,
and got into an
that's some artwork.
with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound.
I'm confused on what the thud was still.
Finally, he used the vase to knock her out.
Jesus.
Before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her. At this time,
This is great artwork, by the way.
arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linny red-handed.
I still can't figure out why Caldwell was involved here.
So Linny proceeded to knock him out too before stuffing him into that box. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cal's death would be ruled an accident.
All right.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Let's get started, bitch!
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady
Objection!
Farina's description of the events?
Nuh-uh.
Key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linny experienced and what he saw.
Okay, so Lenny entered the tunnel as the countdown began. The loud sound was Lenny and Halsey's fight, Halsey's fight, but Lenny claimed that he heard nothing in order to cover up the truth. Lenny knocked Halsey out. I'm just calling her Halsey because that's just how my brain is rating it. I know that's not right. Out using the vase and removed her clothes to prevent her from being identified. However, was Lenny really in the tunnel at the time? So I want to put that one as the loophole, but I guess this one, because obviously I want to go for the loophole that he wasn't in the tunnel because he was somewhere else. So Cowell walked in on Lenny, so the existing evidence indicates that when Lenny returned to the tunnel, the crime had already taken place, and all Lenny saw was... What? Okay. Okay. It's one of these ones. One of the things I hate with Genshin fucking minigames is that even though I'm thinking of the right answer, for some reason, I pressed the wrong thing. I don't know if it's just the way it's worded and I don't get it, but I'm gonna go with this one just because there was a question mark on it. I'm gonna do this one actually because he wasn't... Because he couldn't have gotten into a fight with her because he wasn't in the tunnel. Oh wow, you're really Tears of Theming this shit. Okay, yeah. Objection!
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering
Well,
the
let me
tunnel.
say it.
He couldn't have had that altercation with Halsey.
Halsey. That's what I'm saying, bro. Alright, cool. Oh, okay. So... Oh, I thought we were just gonna do a back and forth thing. Okay, so Lenny entered the tunnel as the countdown began. According to Lenny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel. He could not have had the altercation with Halsey. Alright. Because he was there... That is also true. How the fuck How could he have gotten someone out? That's why he didn't hear the sound. So wait. However, was Lenny really in the tunnel at the time? Well, he wasn't, so... No one left the opera house, yeah. Lenny claims to have heard... Yeah. So that's why he didn't hear it. Perfect.
Lenny went to the room that contains the Oratrice's core. This is the...
I really hope
truth.
that blue text isn't, like, telling me the answers here. Like, cause I'm not really, like, I was looking at it, but, like, I'm hoping that that's not just, like, telling me the answers, because that would be kind of annoying. I like to figure things out. The existing evidence indicates that when Lenny returned to the tunnel, the crime had already taken place, and all Lenny saw was... Yeah, okay. By the time he got back, he said that... Alright. Lenny must have been very confused when he saw them. Yeah. Oh, I think it is telling me the answers. That's kind of annoying. Fine, whatever. That's...
Lenny did not take part in the underground altercation. He only witnessed traces of the aftermath.
Attention! Ace Detective Paimon has...
Please don't let me say it. Fine, whatever.
When the countdown
Objection!
started, Lenny did indeed go into the tunnel. But he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, which is where the underground core of the Oratrice is stored. Once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty room. Since he felt something was amiss, he returned immediately. The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, he did not remain there for any length of time. Finally, he reached the surface, and that was when the accident happened.
Still doesn't
from
explain
his point
Ko
of
well.
view. Therefore, he's innocent.
Bam! I still don't understand Ko well. It's just... The reason why I keep bringing that up is because it's just so sus to me. Why was he there? I can't take you seriously with those glasses on. Then again, I never take you seriously, so never mind. Continue.
To say all that. Wasn't it awesome?
Sure, buddy.
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right.
I didn't say that, but yeah. Moreover, I believe my opposition's reasoning is flawed.
My reasoning?
Love that response. The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell... Oh, right, okay. The onstage equipment was clearly tampered with in a premeditated fashion. However, you say that Cowell bumped into Lenny by chance. I'm assuming this is all one thing, right? Like, I don't have to choose one or the other. I'm gonna choose the first one just because I'm afraid that it's not all one thing.
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill?
Yep.
Assuming that what you say is true, Lenny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance case. What would the point of killing someone on stage be?
Yep.
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him!
And that's why they're partners of mine.
I love you.
Managed to turn things around.
Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims?
Do you happen to remember how you refuted Lenny's alibi initially?
Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why do you ask?
I don't know.
You're saying that he wasn't?
Your claim has now become my weapon. How? I'm confused. Hold on, wait. You're saying that he wasn't... I'm a little confused. Mm-hmm. Your claim has also become a critical clue. I don't know. I'm confused on what the fuck this has to do with anything. Irrelevant. Okay, sure. Okay, sure. Hazley, the missing person, she's a famous painter. Okay, yeah, no, I know. Strange sound. There was an audible thump that many audience members heard. Can I look here? Does this have to do with anything? No? Okay. I'm kind of confused. Okay, wait, I didn't see this. Which is the evidence that Lenny wasn't in the tunnel when the crime took place? Oh, well, it's because... Oh, wait, as in, like, I have to... I'm confused on what you want from me, actually. Like, I genuinely don't understand what Lumine is trying to get at. No one left the opera house during... Is it this? Are you trying to say that her claim is stupid because there's no way he could have left? I'm gonna say it's that one.
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? Paimon thinks there's...
Fuck if I know, dude! I don't know! I don't quite know what you're getting at here. Oh! The thump. He wasn't in the tunnel because he didn't hear the thump. Okay, I get what you're saying.
That's right! Lenny wasn't in the box or in the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't.
Well, because I was assuming that... Because she said that he just lied about not hearing the thump, but I get it.
Happened, Lenny had already entered the basement
Yup.
via the vent. The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof! How do you like that?
Well played.
There you go.
To think you'd use such logic.
It's called logic. You might want to try it sometimes.
Well then, if it wasn't Lenny who committed the crime...
God, I'd love to tell you, bro. I'd loved... Wait, we figured it out? The murderer was... I'd love to fucking tell you. I really would. Select the gear icons in the interface to check... Okay. I hate this. Okay, if you made mistakes, you must... Okay. Once you answered all the questions correctly... Oh, this is gonna piss me off, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay, fine. The guard's investigation report indicates that the fireworks released near the end of the show ignited and burned through the rope suspending the water tank above the stage. This caused the water tank to fall and kill Cowell in the box below. Okay, just a thought that I've had a couple times. What if the murderer actually is Cowell, and he wasn't actually trying to obviously kill himself, but he was trying to kill, maybe Lenny, because Lenny was supposed to be in oh wait, no. Because Lenny was supposed to be in the box in the audience, so Lynette, I guess, because she was supposed to be... How the fuck did Lynette not die, by the way? And I guess unless she just came out. I'm kind of confused on how Lynette is in this, because she said that she was in the box, right? They said that she was in the box, unless I'm genuinely misunderstanding that. But anyways, what if Cowell went inside the box to check if Lenny was there? See, but that doesn't explain why he got in the box, like, fully. Like, he could have just went like, oh, where are you, buddy? I don't know. Because the reason why I'm thinking maybe Cowell was the murderer, you know, was solely just because he was the prop master, wasn't he? And there's no way that, like he could have tampered with the props, because the props were tampered with. I don't know. If Lenny is no longer under suspicion, only the other members of the troupe would have been able to tamper with the props. Yes. Lenny gave a detailed account on how the trick was supposed to work. By using a box inside, the idea was for the box containing the audience member to be transported across via a tunnel underneath, and Lenny himself would use this tunnel to get to the other side. Having changed her outfit, Lynette and her assistant would take charge of on-stage interactions. The clothes belongs to Halsey, the lady who went missing, were found in the tunnel. The reason for this remains unknown. I still think the disappearing act, but whatever. Why would she be the... What does she have to do?
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member. Or did she have her own scheme all along?
Dude, was my random ass thought actually right?
The deceased's name is
there's no
Cowell,
way.
Lenny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper with the equipment.
Yeah?
Could there have been a third person involved? Is that really a possibility?
Okay. I want to think about it. I don't want to just guess. Okay, if I'm not overthinking it, I want to say it was Cowell. Because Cowell is like, you know, again, the prop master. That just makes the most sense. If I'm overthinking it, and I go back to the theory that I had before where I was like, maybe the audience member knew what was happening all along. Oh my god, it was the audience member. I just thought... Remember how that one, the thing that's supposed to pick the seat, it only goes to the same... It's been tampered with it, so it only goes to the same seat. Her seat.
Halsey is the missing person and an ordinary audience member.
But what does that have to do with Cowell?
Did she have her own scheme all along?
The thing, okay, so my brain, I can't figure out the link between these two things. My brain wants to be like, oh, the missing girl thing is separate because she was, you know, because this is serial disappearances. Like, this is a thing that happens. So that's why I'm like, oh, that's a separate thing. But if that were the case, that doesn't tell me how Cowell was involved with this. And if I was like, oh, Cowell is the murderer, that doesn't tell me, A, why he would have gone in the box in the first place, especially if he knew that it was rigged and it was set up to kill someone. I really think it might actually be her. And then again, that still doesn't connect these two. It still doesn't connect them, even if he is the murderer. But again, it also, even if she is the murderer, why was he in the box? Unless... because she knew how it worked, she got out of the box, and in order to hide her, essentially, steps, she put him in the box. She knocked him out, put him in the box. And that's why he was in there. She changed her clothes, and I remember what Paimon said about someone going back into the audience to sit back down? What if she did that? What if she changed her clothes and went back to sit in the audience? Ooh, that theory makes sense. Wait, okay. I don't know if that's right, but that makes sense. That's the first thing that comes together that actually makes sense. Oh, I better hope it's not a third person. I think it's her. Yeah! Fucking fine.
His name is Cowell.
But that still doesn't explain why he got in the box.
Could there have been a third person?
Okay, let's go back to my original theory. Okay, fine. I knew it. I started overthinking it, didn't I? Yeah, fuck off with your shits. Damn it! I thought I was being so big brain. Alright, fine. Whatever. So my original hypothesis was right. But what? That still doesn't explain why he got in the box.
What? Are you serious?
That still doesn't make sense to me.
The killer was, in fact, Cowell, the deceased!
Yeah.
Oh, is that so?
I genuinely don't know. I don't know why he got in the box.
Let's hear your your reasoning, then?
I don't know.
What I must do next is recreate the truth.
I don't know.
And how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim.
I can't. The thing that doesn't make sense to me is why he got in the box. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. How we can... let's see if we could figure it out. As we go. How we can envisage... I don't know what this says. Lenny as having been unable to interfere with the crime. Wait, what? Lenny as... okay, what?
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant.
Yeah, no, I got that.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Wait, I'm confused. What do you want me to figure out? How can we I don't know what that says. So, like, envisage... I don't know what that says and/or means, so I can't figure out what you want me to do. Lenny as having been unable to interfere with the crime. So, like, figure out? Is that what you mean?
It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent.
Yeah?
They would likely have bumped into Lenny as well.
That is true. I don't know what order I'm supposed to go in. Oh!
No one entered or left the opera house. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey...
Oh, okay. I get it. I understand what you want me to do. How can we prove that there was an altercation in the tunnel?
Halsey's clothing
the
was
thump,
in the
right?
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between
but I already did that one.
Halsey and the criminal.
That also doesn't necessarily prove that the clash came from an altercation, but...
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances. So, where would the criminal have wanted to take Halsey? The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Okay, wait, can I take this one back? I don't...
No one entered or left the opera house through its entrances.
Oh, I get it. I don't know what to put for this one. Okay, let's go back to that one. This is this one.
Heard may have come from a clash between the missing...
Because I'm assuming that's what you want me to say. Who is the prime suspect currently? Currently? Him.
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that...
Okay, wait, let's... What is it? Shut up! Yeah, no. What is the last one? Where did the missing Halsey go? I don't know. Unless she went through the vent? I don't know. I can't figure this shit out. I'm so confused. Current suspect. Where did the missing one go? This is the part that I'm a little stumped at. I don't understand why Cowell was in the box. And I can't... Unless Cowell was the one trying to kidnap her. I didn't think about that, actually. But that still doesn't answer my question of why he was in the box in the first place. Wanted to go through the vent, I guess. Okay, let's put the other one then. Okay, that's...
No one entered or left the
why they changed his clothes. Or that's why they changed... What? That's the problem I don't get! How? Where the fuck did they go? The criminal must have understood the methods behind Lenny's magic trick and must have been in a position to easily modify the equipment. Leaving aside how he died, Koa had the means to commit the crime at his disposal. Yes, I get that. But why was he in the fucking box? That's the part that doesn't make any sense. The strange noise could have likely have been the sound of Cowell and Halsey struggling. Okay, so that, I did think of that last minute as what if he was the one trying to kidnap her. Didn't think about that. Lenny was not in the tunnel for 1 minute. This would have given time for Cowell to bring Halsey out of the magic box and in the audience stands. But according to the guard's testimony, no one entered or left the opera house, so even if he had taken her, there'd be no means of exiting. Exiting from the box would have been in full view of the audience, pretty much guaranteed that they would have been discovered.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble figuring things out?
That's what I'm fucking saying! Where did she go?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to show for it. But it seems you're still far from the truth.
Fuck.
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not consider a different track?
Okay, you're right. Let's back up, because I can't figure that shit out.
Just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been utterly different from the magician's initial design.
What do you mean by that?
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Exactly.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits, and none of them seem very likely.
No.
And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear. You know, like you did from that water tank, Lynette.
Please tell me I was right. Magic. Escape you from the water tank. Wait, could it have been the water? Wait.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents. But do you not see that the crowd...
Lenny, tell me how your disappearing act worked right now.
There's no greater sin
I can't help you.
Than an
Tell me right now, tell me.
Performance.
Shit. Fuck.
If the defense
Did
is
she, like,
unable
go
to make
into
further
the water?
effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Lenny, wait! Hold on a second!
Lenny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time.
Hold on.
The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal.
Yes.
The deceased's name is Cowell, Lenny's assistant. He would have been... The vase was not broken by chance. It was used to cover important evidence. The water...
Did they put the water over it? Did she turn into water? Wait, she either went into the water and like went somewhere else, or she turned into the water. Holy shit. Objection!
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey disappeared instead of being kidnapped.
Does this go into the prophecy?
Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only clothes behind.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was suspicious, bro.
If there's a similar method where a person could be transformed into water...
Just a moment, please. I do hope you know.
Dude, are you guilty?
You sound at the moment.
Are you the one who did this?
How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick.
You do understand that there are so many things in this world that doesn't make sense, right? I request we examine Cowell's personal effects. We might find something there.
Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well.
Can you shut the fuck up?
Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about 2 completely different things.
How could she have turned into water?
Even so, I trust the traveler's judgment.
Thanks, man.
The truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we try to gather all the focal points that don't make sense. Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look at his belongings, would it?
He makes some fair points.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling the trial.
What would
Nevertheless,
play
I believe
into
that
stalling?
This is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney.
Ha!
Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that additional evidence may help us make more progress. Guards, please step into the lounge and examine the personal effects of the deceased, Cowell.
Do you have like a potion or something? After some time, the guard returns with something.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we feel must be shared with everyone post-haste.
Yes.
We discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage, each labeled separately. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water from the primordial sea.
What does that mean?
The primordial sea.
What is that? What is that? Guys, what is that? Guys.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had an accomplice.
Good.
The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve appears many times. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. It is empty.
He tested it on her? Is the doctor
Notes
somehow
also
involved
state
here?
that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as some sort of test subject. As such, we believe that the defense's hypothesis is, in fact, supported by sufficient evidence.
Still doesn't answer why he was in the box, but we're putting that aside.
People dissolving into water?
Uh-oh.
Could something so ridiculous actually be true?
Uh-oh, a panic.
This reminds me of a certain...
Uh-oh, a panic.
But it's just a coincidence, isn't it?
Coincidences don't exist.
If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a means to hide water stains? And if Cowell was targeting that girl... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with me, quick!
Demoiselle, wait!
What?
What about your partners?
Let's go. Just trust me.
So, wait, was the original plan... Ooh, that was hot. Sorry, what? Was the original plan to get her to drink it in the box?
The deceased's personal effects has yielded some surprising results, but we cannot yet verify
so that way
the
the
veracity
tank of water...
these clues. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Ms. Halsey has yet to be found.
Why did she drink it down
Guards,
there, then?
Please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence.
Yes.
So please continue speaking.
Of course. Thank you, Your Honor. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case's seemingly unrelated clues can be connected together.
Right! Like the metal hook! That one didn't make sense at all.
Oh yeah, I was still kind of... I forgot about that.
Think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial sea.
Okay, water from the... sorry. Water from the primordial sea. The liquid, the liquid the guards found in Cowell's luggage seemed to have the ability to dissolve Fontainians into water. Okay. Who is the prime suspect?
The deceased's name is Cowell.
Yes. What item did the culprit use to control the timing of the dissolution? That's a good fucking question.
Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire time. Did she have
Dude, that's what I'm saying. How in the fuck did Lynette not get crushed? Right? Because she was supposed to be in the back doing the audio thing. Is there a way that... I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. I was gonna... Like, one of the thoughts that popped in my head was that they fought and she put him in the box. But that doesn't really make any sense. Okay, let's take aside that we can't figure out why he was in the box. I really need to take this one step at a time. Okay, what item did the culprit use to control the timing? I don't know. Like deadass?
The rope that strung the water tank up was lit by the fireworks and cut. Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for another magic trick, but was instead some form of triggering mechanism.
Triggering? Triggering what, though?
I remember there was something else within the inner layer of that box.
Something else? What, though? We'll skip that one for now. I don't quite know. What item did the culprit use to dissolve? Yeah, this.
The water from the primordial sea should already have been prepped before Halsey entered the magic box.
That's what I'm saying. So how did she drink it before? And she clearly dissolved before. What item did the culprit use to hide the mechanism behind the crime?
I remember there was something else within...
Oh, wait, maybe... Okay, so maybe
That
this?
seems like the hook rope was not...
And then maybe they used this to hide the hook?
Something else.
Maybe? Ah, yay. I was right. Finally, Jesus. Please, give me a win. I think my problem is I try to figure everything out all at once.
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time to shine again! In the original plan, Cowl would tamper with the water tank rope and the number selector securing his target.
Uh-huh.
When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually and pierce the balloon at the top of the box. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would pour down and dissolve Halsey. Afterward, Cowl would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel, with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel and wound up being fatally hit by the same water tank he meant to use to cover his tracks.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more confusing pieces of evidence.
Wait, what? Why he went back into the box was to hide something?
Oh dear, what do I do?
Okay.
Even I think they sound convincing now. Have I falsely accused an innocent person?
Yeah.
What a humiliation.
That tends to happen when you accuse people with no evidence,
it seems
dude.
like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstances that led to Cal's death.
Yeah.
His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
What the hell was that? What the hell did you just tell
On
him?
that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered new evidence. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting the luggage of the other people involved in this case. And we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea among Linny's personal effects.
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see.
What?
Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt?
No, it doesn't.
My dear citizens, my loyal audience,
Why was it in
allow
his...
me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a swift close.
Can't you ever speak like a normal human? Shit.
Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did leave the scene via the vent.
Out of curiosity, what if it actually was Lynette? We're looking at Lenny. Because again, she was supposed to be in the box, wasn't she? What if... But why would she try and frame him? That doesn't make any sense.
Having made modifications to the props beforehand, his accomplice Cowl then caused Halsey to vanish using the water from the primordial sea. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, Linny desired sole credit and prepared to do away with his partner.
Credit for what? That doesn't make any sense.
Ultimately, he knocked Cowl out, and the tool meant to cover the crime up also became a murder weapon. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion...
That doesn't make any sense.
It does seem that the famed Fatui is quite the cold-blooded and ruthless organization.
Well, that is, but we're not making... That's not the point we're making here.
Am I right, Mr. Linny?
No, you're not.
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here.
Fuck. That doesn't make any sense.
Is this the end of the road?
No, it's not. Shit. Crap.
Oh
no. We need to figure out why the vial was with him.
Doesn't look like there's any way around this. Seems using the water as new evidence was too good a move. Why did this have to happen now?
Crap.
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning.
Please shut the fuck up for once.
I believe this is indeed the finale!
Crap.
Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice, should we not, in your view, move...
What's happening?
Excuse me, everyone, but I must interject!
Oh yeah,
Miss,
what's up?
I must ask you not to shout, and to respect the ongoing legal proceedings.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who has disappeared back in the flesh, right before your very eyes. Please, do the honors, Mr. Linney, if you would be so kind.
What?
What in the world is she saying?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my scope as a magician.
What? Well, you did bring, you know, Lynette back.
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth while presenting a fascinating illusion. But once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to them once again?
Yeah.
And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale to today's performance? Come on, Lenny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spina di Rasula has made the necessary arrangements on your behalf. But, as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think I should leave the final performance to you.
What is happening? Are you trying to...
I understand.
Are you trying to get them to escape? I feel like that's what's happening. Unless... What? Oh, okay. Oh, I thought she wanted them to get in the box.
And voila.
Did they bring her back, the NPC? Yo! You're back!
Sorry for the interruption.
Don't apologize. What happened, please?
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So
what is
the whole
happening?
Thing about people dissolving wasn't true after all?
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of doing so would lessen my sentence. I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one put on trial. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me, and then before I knew it, she caught me.
That'll teach you to underestimate us three.
Where should I begin?
I love you.
I'm sorry. I'm the one who can...
God, I love being right!
Admit it.
God!
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller.
What?
But I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so I stole one. That's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never been caught before. But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away. Linny was the one who caught me in the act.
I didn't even realize it was her.
Hey!
Oh! It all comes together!
Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled.
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me.
Uh-huh.
He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede.
So did he actually try to kidnap you and you fought?
Imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure.
Oh.
So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee. But then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone jumped into the tunnel to nab me. I wasn't going to take that lying down.
Oh my god, I guessed I figured it out, right? Beforehand?
There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing performance costumes. I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the
I got wrong where she hid, but...
inside the opera house.
Oh my god, I love being right. Oh, I feel so good right now. Yes. Oh my god, I feel so good about myself. I knew it. I even said, I was like, what if she, like, put him in the box? Obviously I was a little wrong in some aspects, but... I feel so good about myself right now. I'm living my best life. Okay, they practice hand at... If they're practice at hand at concealment, probably. A professional thief would make... All right, Lenny in the beginning said that they're very similar.
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box. I may be a thief, but I'm no killer.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
Ha! Objection! You're a bitch! Yeah, now it's time to refute the Hydro Archon's previous reasoning.
This time, we need to tell the entire story from Lily-Ann's perspective.
Yes. Alright, cool. Alright, how did Halsey reacted? Rope has fallen to the... Wait, what am I doing? Shit, I forgot already. Fuck. Oh, right, this one then? I was too busy getting excited, I forgot, honestly, everything. Okay, wait. Identify loopholes. Seems unlikely it was knocked over. Oh, that's probably how... Okay. So let's do this one, maybe? Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Select evidence to refute hate. Halsey dissolved. Well, it was them getting into a fight, right? Yeah.
The strange sound wasn't from a fight. It was Lily-Ann's attempt to break out when she was frightened.
Yeah. This isn't right. You guys got into a fight.
The flower vase was not broken to cover anything up.
Yeah. It's all coming together now. Finally, it's making sense. He was indeed knocked out, but not by him. Wait. Well, she knocked him out. Should I do this one? Oh, I guess.
Lily-Ann was afraid that she would be recognized if she left, so she changed clothes and hid, biding her time. Just what one might expect of
Yes. I love it when a plan comes together. What's that from? That's from something.
Having been selected out of the blue, Lily-Ann panicked.
Dude, I feel so good about myself. I was wrong about the intentions and stuff, but I did well with what happened. I feel good about myself again. Just let me have this, okay?
Hearing the commotion, Cowell leapt into the tunnel, only to discover that Lily-Ann had not dissolved. He did not know that Lily-Ann was not from Fontaine, but was a thief
yes, that's why it didn't work on her.
her way in by stealing a ticket. Mistakenly believing that the water from the primordial sea needed time to take effect, he tried to force Lily-Ann back into the box. The two broke the flower vase during the struggle, but Lily-Ann came out on top, knocking Cowell out and putting him in the box.
Unfortunately, though, none of this explains why the vial was also with Lenny.
With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and hid in the costume trunk until the performance ended.
I still have another question. Where the fuck was Lynette during all of this? She was supposed to be in the box that was on stage, the one that got crushed, playing the audios. Because she also was the one who, like, did the whole, whoa, look it, it's me, Lynette, or it's me, Lenny, and then went back in the box. So where did she go? Yes.
She knew that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward. So, she has been trapped in the opera
Have you
house
eaten
these
anything?
last 2 days.
You good, bro?
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So
That's where the... I see it wasn't innocent.
Talk about a sneaky thief.
God, I love being right.
All the events that happened in the tunnel have now come to light.
It doesn't explain the vial, though.
So that's the whole story.
Do you all just say yes to everything you hear? Just out of curiosity.
Now then,
Please don't mention
Lady
anything about the
Farina,
vial.
Do you wish to speak against the defense's statements? Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended. As such, I request
Were you trying to leave?
Not leave the room before the proceedings have concluded.
Why were you trying to leave? Oh, is it just because she's embarrassed?
Are you reading my mind now? No, I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
No.
Wow.
Cry about it, bitch.
It's like a deflated balloon now.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, I shall once again repeat the full sequence of events.
I still don't. Why did Lenny have the vial?
The actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his next victim from the audience reservation list. With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected young woman would be chosen.
How would he?
To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would conceal the water left behind after the young woman was dissolved. He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank to drop and hide the watermarks. He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box and stuck it to the box's lid. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman to said box. When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box, and thus became his own final victim. Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding in other parts of the opera house. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures within the opera house, and was thus ignorant of these happenings. From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that Linny, the accused, is in fact innocent.
Why did he have the vial, though? Okay, we'll just put that aside.
In Lillian's conduct that should still be investigated separately, this case, at least, can be handed over to the to make the final decision.
I'm sorry, what in the Honkai Star Rail? Whoa. Oops, sorry. Not guilty?
As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Yeah! Woo! Even if they're guilty for other things, I'm happy for this win right now because it makes me feel good about myself.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Let's not celebrate just yet.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation, Guard Vaughn. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in Linny's baggage?
What the fuck's that about?
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but false evidence that you dared to bring before this court?
He did say he had an accomplice.
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes?
Why him, though? Damn, sucks to suck, don't it?
I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Damn.
Quickly, unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
Coupon Town.
I was just following orders.
Following orders?
We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity to do so.
They said this is not the Fatui, so who's the higher-ups? Go on, tell me.
Of the water have been revealed. You have become a liability to said higher-ups, yes? Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know and seek the protection of the guards.
Yes.
Is this man gonna drop dead?
I know.
That's usually how those things go.
Discovered that the water can cause
Who's your
people
boss?
to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people to experience unforgettable exhilaration.
What?
We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea.
Tell us who the boss is before you die!
About the...
Damn it! I knew he was gonna die. Fuck. He turned into water. Damn it! You should have said the name before you fucking died!
Such ruthlessness. I shouldn't have expected any less of them.
Shit.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
Fuck. Ooh. Who's the boss? However, nothing is found on the scene apart from the liquid behind left by something dissolved. Fuck, this shit's heavy, bro.
So, we're just going back now?
I guess. The problem seems to have been solved for now. We're not needed anymore.
That's true, but...
I'm a little...
Traveler,
yeah?
Please wait.
What? Oh yeah, you're still Fatui, so I still hate you, but... look, okay, I don't hate you. I don't trust you. That's the thing. I'm a little upset because I was promised a child cutscene during a trial. So apparently there's going to be another trial at some point. I just know that I was promised child Tartaglia Ajax, okay? What, bitch? Sorry. Too hostile.
I know you may not want to speak to me right now. Maybe you don't even want to look at me.
I'm mad at you.
Still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end.
I just wanted to be right. That has nothing to do with you. I just didn't want to wish. I didn't wish. I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. Yeah, that's also true. I just didn't wish to see anyone be falsely accused. When you do have your trial, it will be for something you actually did.
I guess. But regardless, I'd like the opportunity to set things straight.
What?
I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent.
I don't believe you.
I've spoken to you as myself, just plain Linny this entire time. As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those of an orphan like me. That's all. That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave, approached recruiting us back then too.
I'm sorry, you call the Knave Father? Dude, when Cappuccino bitch finally shows up, I can feel a favorite character forming. She's just... Dude, why do they make her look like that, bro? Sorry. And now you call her father? Oh, damn, sorry. Alright, I'm done, sorry.
A knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
Yep.
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering, would you mind hearing a story?
Oh, here it comes.
Back when our parents
Tell me how sad you are.
Lynette and I were left wandering the streets. To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. It took me several days to figure out how he pulled off his amazing tricks. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform magic tricks there. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But I didn't want my sister to remain a street rat together with me forever. Before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us in after watching my performances.
So you went from orphans to nobility just like that?
That was how we felt at first.
Yeah,
too.
I'm like, I'm sure there's definitely something
As
behind
if fate
that.
was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful days. But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster children, he was really after my talent for magic tricks. He would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his social circles.
That doesn't seem too bad either. Better than roaming the streets at any rate.
Yeah. So what happened?
It took a while for me to realize just how dark his heart really was. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered that Lynette was not on the same return vehicle as me. I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. I went to that noble's bedroom and asked him about her whereabouts. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift. I mean, you'll be able to perform your magic regardless of who your assistant is, yes?
Whoa! Oh, hell no!
But wouldn't Fontaine's laws deal with such people?
When the fuck did Genshin start talking about this shit? Oh, that makes me uncomfortable.
This is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye of the law.
Villains.
I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person, and hurried through the night. But by the time I leaped over the walls, avoided the guards, and made my way in, all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood, and the knave standing there in the darkness.
So, she'd already taken care of that guy.
Oh, okay. That's not where I thought that was going.
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she
What's
could
up
come
with that
to any
look?
harm,
Okay.
and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement, all of them orphans.
Disgusting.
Father, I mean, the knave, might have seen something in me, and so she made me an offer.
Got it, so you feel indebted to her.
The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray
Lenny
you.
or Lynette.
Indeed, betrayal shall never be permitted here. I was hesitant to trust
Something's
her.
up.
I mean, I had just been betrayed by nobles. But she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first, giving us back our freedom.
Freedom. That's a very interesting way to
So
put
that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
Look, that is very sad. Very sad. Horrible. I hate that thought. But that means you're indebted to her, which means that you're willing to do anything for her, and thus I do not trust you. The Nav is after the Gnosis, isn't it? Or isn't she?
She has her own plans.
Tell me them, now.
She has gained permission
Even though I
from
know
the
you won't.
Sarita to first use the Gnosis' power when she obtains it.
What?
She plans to use it to find a way to break the prophecy and save Fontaine.
Why?
So
Why would she want to save
believes in that
Fontaine?
prophecy too?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis.
Why?
Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water, thus further supporting the prophecy. All of us house members here, Lady Arlecchino herself included, are from Fontaine. We won't give up on defending our homeland. To us orphans, the only connection we have left to this world, apart from our family, is our homeland.
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets to huge schemes like stealing a Gnosis,
Yep.
everything is aimed at dealing with that prophecy.
I also think there's something else here because Lynette, like, granted, this could also, like, she was making some facial expressions. That could also just be from her remembering everything, but it felt like something was off there. I don't want to say that he was lying about something because I don't think that's it, but I don't know, something was weird there. But again, it could also just be because she was remembering those things. I'm sorry, but I still can't completely trust you.
It's all right. I understand. The only thing I can do is
Look,
relate all this to you.
Show me to trust. I could trust you, and I will trust you.
Even as a member of the house,
Until then,
I've never stopped making my own decisions, and that I believe what I'm doing is right. If you should need anything at all in the future, feel free to find me. I will do my best to help you, as plain Linny.
Why do you keep saying that? Do you have another name? Obviously, he's not a harbinger. Why do you keep saying that? Yeah. I understand. Goodbye. Deuces.
Bye, Linny.
Paimon, don't talk to him. We don't know he's good yet. Dude, that was fucking heavy. I loved that. The trial, jeez, that was a lot of brain power. I think that's gonna be it for this episode. That trial was really long. Don't stretch at the same time as me. Sorry. That was great though. Was right in some spots, was wrong in others, but all in all, feel pretty good about myself. Jeez. I know there's some leaks that Arlecchino is going to be playable. And if that's true, that means she has to be good in some way, shape, or form, because people who are playable are characters that join the Traveler on their journey, essentially. So, I don't know, because they said, you know, why would she go back and kill that one noble? Unless she was good, or unless she had ulterior motives. However, Child has also described her as insane, so... you know, let's not put our faith into her too quickly. I don't know. I don't trust Lenny and Lynette yet. I still feel like something's up there. There's something else there. And then again, also, he feels indebted to her. Which, can you stop stretching? Do a different idol animation, please. He feels indebted to her, which essentially means he's probably willing to do anything for her, which... Yikes, that's not good, so... I don't have to hate him, but I don't have to trust him either, so... Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. This got so long. But yeah. If you liked this episode, please like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. And I never came up with an outro. So this has become my outro. So, bye.